Stan Arthur here for the I Love St. Pete Facebook group. If you're a business owner looking to connect with tens of thousands of potential new local customers, you owe it to yourself to get enrolled in our Key Tag Rewards program. Since 2019, we've signed up more than 200 local merchants. Sponsor opportunities are available too, such as our group banner ad and even your own custom key tags. Just go to stpetekeytag.com, get enrolled, and get ready to get busy. stpetekeytag.com.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to a special breaking news edition of the evolution of sports talk television. It's the Sports Web. I'm your host, Peter Blake, giving you something to think about. Not much time here as I'm on my break from Policy Scout. Once again, thanks a lot for tuning in. We'll get to this, and then we'll have a show tonight, I promise you. But according to Jordan Schultz here on Twitter, Rob Gronkowski tells me he's retiring. The future first ballot Hall of Famer won 4 Super Bowls while earning a spot on the NFL's 100th anniversary team and 2010 all-decade team. All-time great Gronkowski is hanging it up at 33 years old. Shocking news, because it was all assumed once Tom Brady was coming back in the fold that Rob Gronkowski would join him. But of course, that is not to be. Let's go out to Gronkowski and see what he had to say. This, according to his Twitter. He says, I write about my future no matter what. I picked being a professional football player for that assignment, though. We had to pick the location, so I wrote that I wanted to play in Tampa for Tampa Bay Buccaneers for many reasons. The sunny weather being one. Completely forgot about writing this report until 2 years ago when I had the opportunity to join the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And let me tell you, the journey in Tampa over the last 2 years has me blown away what I originally wrote about in college, big time. And for this, I want to thank the whole entire first-class Buccaneer organization for an amazing ride, trusting me to come back to play and help me build a championship team. I will now be going back into my retirement home, walking away from football again with my head held high, knowing I gave everything I had, good or bad, every time I stepped out on the field. The friendships and relationships I've been made will last forever, and I appreciate every single one of my teammates and coaches for giving me everything they had as well. From retirement, back to football, winning another championship, and now back to chilling out. Thank you to all Buccaneer fans, the crew. Without you guys, none of this is possible. All of you brought it to me every game. Thank you for all you do. So there you go. Official. Rob Gronkowski has retired from the National Football League. You look at his statistics last year, only played in 12 games, had a major injury there for a little bit, kind of a scary situation, punctured lung, fractured ribs. So there was already a question there, but I think this is really shocking to Buccaneer fans at this point because I assumed that he was coming back. He is not coming back. So the next steps will follow. Once again, we will have a special Sports Web edition. I'm thinking probably about 9 o'clock here live on Amped Up Sports, the hub, and I Love St. Pete. We'll get the legend, his thoughts on this, Mr. Leo Haggerty, former Coach Scout and now media member and other guest. And then, of course, we'll take your phone calls really quick before I get back on the phone here. Let's go ahead and read these comments, and then we'll get you off to your day. Some bad news for Buccaneer fans. Once again, if you didn't hear, Rob Gronkowski has officially retired from the National Football League, his second time. Not saying he's not going to come back, but once again, there was a lot of indecision during the offseason. A lot of people assume it was over money. Well, guess it wasn't over money. After all, there were thoughts of him retiring. He is officially retired, according to his Twitter and Jordan Schultz. Been saying Gronk is overrated. I mean, that's just a ridiculous thing. He's a first ballot Hall of Famer easily. Bringing Gronk back is like bringing back Jason Witten. Ridiculous. Mike Tackett says, is Gronk a first ballot Hall of Famer? I said yes. Gates gets in first. Absolutely. Gronk, not only a pass-catching threat, but also an inline blocker. And that's what you have to look at with this Tampa Bay Buccaneer team that you're going to lose. You know, not only the personality and the player, because he's still playing at a high level, but also as an inline blocker. Now, what do the Buccaneers do as an organization? We know that they drafted 2 young tight ends in this last draft. Maybe this is why, but you would think that they would go out there and possibly get a veteran. We'll see how that all plays out. Rex Grossman says, Peter's boss wants to know why you're not at work. I am at work. I work from home there. Reports are saying Brady make him retire because Brady wants a young stud tight end. Once again, fake news. Allen says, okay, I don't know what that's about. Thank you. Ooh, Bucks are in trouble. No Gronk, says Sean Murphy. Roger Shue going to WWE, certainly possibility. As he was wrestling last couple years, a couple years ago, being a host and doing some stuff there. So that's certainly a possibility. But at this point, it's Gronk's world and we're all living in it. Ben Cornette says, I'll admit it, I'm surprised. Then again, we drafted 2 tight ends in this draft. We got Gronk clone and Otten, of course, coming off an ankle injury. We'll see how that all plays out. Charming Juanita, great sports show, always so informative. Thank you. Sean Murphy says, Pete, you know they're going to struggle. We shall see. Bill Haydu, from a fan perspective, okay, from a realistic perspective, I would have retired after $2 million, so I get it. Sean, again, Gronk is absolutely great. People that act like he isn't don't know football. And again, not only a pass-catching threat, but also a guy that can be an inline blocker that not only helps with the passing game, with protecting a Tom Brady, the greatest of all time, but also helping out with your line and your running game. Rex Grossman says Gronk retired because the Buccaneers didn't want to break the bank for him. Hogwash. Tammy Freed says, oh no, saying it ain't so. And Buck Dad, 1 of 1. Rob will be back in 3 weeks. We shall see. But once again, the breaking news of the day is I'm going to get back to Policy Scout here. Thanks a lot to all the bosses. Of course, the real mayor of New York, Mr. Anthony Giuliani, Jake Smith, the voluptuous vegan, as he likes to be called. I'm going to get back and do my thing here, but definitely tune in tonight to the evolution of Sports Talk Television. Like and subscribe to the Sports Web on YouTube. And, of course, like I Love St. Pete, The Hub, and Amped Up Sports. Do 3 things on this lunch hour edition as we got you breaking news today. Bring your passion. Bring your excitement. Just don't bring any nonsense. I'm your host, Peter Blake, your Rolex reporter. What time is it? It's my time, and it's your time. Have a great day. BetUS.com. If you guys are betting on the games, whether it's NFL, NCAA, of course, you're not going to do that now. Maybe basketball, not football, but of course, the NHL, NBA, go to BetUS.com. You get a 125% sign-up bonus. And also, if you use this code right here, the promo code of TSW22, which, by the way, stands for the Sports Web, TSW22, or call that number 1-800-69-BET-US. Again, 1-800-69-BET-US, and put in that promo code TSW22, and I would really appreciate that.
I've had 27 beers spilled on me. Make that 28.
I've only got one place to go before the game.
BetUS.com.